Thursday night, so it's getting close to the end of the week, so I'm pretty much out of energy. So we're gonna do a quick dinner tonight. Maybe make a dessert, maybe not. But we're gonna just make some little bow ties or farfalle or butterfly pasta with using some frozen salmon and hopefully a decent cream-based sauce. So, with that being said, let's get underway. So I got this sad-looking frozen salmon here. Um, it's all right. It doesn't have skin on. Not a huge portion. I'm not trying to be a hog tonight, although I probably will end up being a hog. But that's okay. I'm hungry. Get my creativity flowing. Yeah. So, let's get our salmon out here. We're done with that water, so we're gonna dump that out so we don't spill everywhere. So, let's get the salmon out of the package here. So I'm just gonna take the little food scissors that I'm gonna pretend that I was not using in the garden earlier today. And we're gonna cut the salmon open. And just like this, as you can see, nothing special, just literally a sad looking little piece of salmon. But we're gonna pat it dry. And then, we have some trust that we're gonna be able to make a dish out of this. Now get your trash. Oh yeah, but no rum and Dr. Pepper tonight. Cheers. Fine Pilsner beer. Welcome back, Amor. Ah, man. Ooh. So, what's going on, Jeremy? How are you? Cheers, mate. So, get that salmon nice and dry. That way we can keep it moist later. Nothing wrong with Pepsi. Pepsi's alright. I mean, truth be told, I very rarely drink soda unless it's mixed with something. But if I can find either Pepsi or Coke with like the real sugar in it, it's game on at that point. Definitely can there's a difference. Some people are into that type of thing. Oh shit! Is that the one from I want to say Georgia with the fish on the can? It's been a while since I've had that one. If it's the one I'm thinking of. All right. So the salmon, we're gonna keep it real simple. We'll let the flavor come from elsewhere in this dish because we want that salmon flavor. Yep. What's going on, Mark? How are you doing? Season that up. This little salt. And pepper on the salmon. This is number 2. We are, I only got off work like an hour ago. If I have to, I will, but not very often because Modelo is better than Corona. I rank, of the big Mexican beers, Modelo, Dos Equis, Corona. Alright, so that off to the side. I'm tempted to put all sorts of concur more. But sometimes you gotta do it, if it's free. Debate on whether or not I should put a hot pepper in this dish. I think I will. You know, just to give it some color. We'll be good. So might as well start that pan preheating, and we can start prepping our other ingredients. We're gonna dice this up, and we're gonna dice just a little bit of onion as well. We're not trying to go crazy or anything, but first thing we're going to do is cook our salmon, though. Oops. We got that cut out. We just want a little bit of onion. Just enough to give it some floaties. We're going to dice it about the same. Rum and Coke's a solid one. Never goes out of style. But welcome back, Patrick. How you doing tonight? Or whatever time it is in New Zealand. Okay, I'm not going super fine here. Well, I appreciate, you know. You know, I love Australians in small doses. Ghost Hunter, welcome. So I got a little hot pepper chopped up there, dice. Not super fine or something. And I'm gonna put in some onion in there as well, because I don't have shallot. You know, here we go. Okay, so you're an hour behind us here. Or 23 hours ahead of us, you know. So I guess New Zealand and Australia is kind of similar time zones, yeah? International dateline gets pretty weird. What's going on, Spaghetti? How you doing today? It's nice and warm. I don't want any of my olive oil to burn. It's only on medium, so it should be alright. And if you can always just add more to cool the oil down. Or worst case scenario, I got more frozen salmon in there. So dinner time. Yeah, go ahead, Spaghetti. Go ahead and ask. Olive oil in. Got just salt and pepper on the salmon. That's it. Lay it away from you so the oil doesn't splash back on you. I'm not trying to bukkake myself or anything like that. And then we'll give that about a minute or two. So that, I'm straight, Eddie, but thanks for asking. What about you, my friend? Just salmon pasta. Yeah. Yeah, good friends are hard to find. Oh, well, you know, everybody loves a compliment, Eddie, especially when you mean it, so thank you. Yeah, to each their own. Where's my flipper? I was hoping for my spatula, but I can't find it, so we'll make do with the wood. Not too bad sticking. Ooh, yeah. You know, to each their own, you know. To be honest, you know, those were probably a pretty good networking events. I mean, you got invited to a Diddy party and you couldn't make some money off of it. Something's probably wrong with you. Oh yeah, we don't need to beat up on Eddie though, you know. At least he had the balls to ask questions like that, you know. Yeah, you know what? Engagement's engagement, you know? Well, you know, hopefully I don't get confused with all the trick-or-treaters that keep coming to my house tonight. Like, I keep ringing the doorbell and the dogs are not happy about it. So, pull the salmon out, set it to the side. You're not trying to cook it to hell and back. You're just cooking it through. Let's give a little bit more olive oil in there. Turn the heat down to, you know, maybe a low medium here. Got your hot pepper and your onion. Put that in there. Those will be your floaties. Oh man, that's escalated. If it's a little too hot, just go ahead and take it off the heat, stir it around, make sure nothing's going to burn. If you need to drop the temperature, just add more cold water in, you know? Hey, Eddie is a welcome member of this community. No, I did not go habanero pepper. I just went, I guess it's Fresno pepper or red jalapeno pepper. I don't know. It's not super hot, but it's pretty good. Now while that simmers away, let's peel and dice some garlic to go in there as well. So get the skins out of the way. All right, Ada, you know. The thing that I don't get is why other people are so concerned about what other people do in their bedrooms, you know. If it doesn't affect you, who cares, you know? Live and let live. Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah. Yeah, not as skanky as your mother, Cranky. But she's had so many communicable diseases, I'm sure she's educated you very well on proper hygiene. Oh man, they're always fun. But alright, I'm done. Appreciate it. Dude, the Ozark was a great show. So I got 3 chopped garlic cloves going in. Well, alright, we're back on, Cranky. In goes the garlic in there. Now, once it starts to really smell garlicky or fragrant or whatever, yeah, I might do that. But, I'm going to have to use the beer to stop the garlic from overcooking, Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? What's going on, Evelyn? So, onion and pepper need a little bit of salt, though. Don't overdo it because there's going to be salt added in later as well. Yeah, well, concur. I mean, there are a couple things that I'll use garlic powder for. One, convenience, obviously. But I would argue that garlic powder is so much easier and works so much better for garlic toast versus trying to mince garlic or grate garlic and spread it out without it being too strong. But this is for you, Anthony. I'm giving them kids chocolate-covered Brussels sprouts. Show them. Alright. So I don't want my garlic to overcook. So... And I don't have any white wine with me. But these are 12 ounces. Now you could use a juicer or something like that, but I'm just going to splatter oil everywhere else. Oh, are you Mr. Troll, Cranky Frankie? Welcome back. Grown people beer is called rums. Just don't start talking about shoving things up other people's, At least be a clever troll. Yeah. We're going to put lemon juice in there. We're going to put some heavy cream in there. Actually, some heavy cream in there, just like that. Let that cool down a little bit. Because I need to grate some cheese, and I don't know where my cheese grater is at. Okay. And like that pasta will only take 8 minutes to... Oh man, I thought you were going to take a shot at spaghetti again, Anthony. Appreciate the courtesy, Cranky. I'm just gonna grate some Parmesan. Now you can bring that to a light simmer, but you definitely don't want that to boil over. Yeah, I mean, you know what Chris Henson said at Kermit the Frog's funeral? Oh, welcome back, Scooby-Doo. Alright, you know, we don't need to get weird here. Good weird only, people. Martha Stewart is kind of low-key hot. I mean, do we think Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart got it on? You talking about the big purple thing from McDonald's? Man, that's karma coming back to bite me in the ass. Yeah, that's gonna be way too much Parmesan, but I'm just sprinkling a little bit at a time. Get a nice creamy sauce here. Slowly melt it in. Yeah, I think Snoop did too. You know what? Truth be told, the trolls will, you know, if they're clever, they'll actually, you know, give you some valuable feedback hidden in the bullshit, you know. Yeah, I think it's the lighting. Are you talking about Grimace and Ellen DeGeneres, or who's Ellen? Which Ellen are we talking about? I'm originally from Lansing, Michigan, but now I live in Hawaii. And that's the problem with this fake Parmesan or any Parmesan not made in Italy. It clumps together. They put bullshit in it, and then it doesn't perform. It has performance anxiety. But it's alright. Just have patience. I mean, that fish, I'm going to break it up anyways. It'll reheat. Yeah, we're having a rough year, buddy. You're not going to trigger me on that one. No, I would say, you know, Hong Kong Sports is definitely out trolling Mr. Troll, aka Cranky Frankie. But it's coming along nicely. No, I appreciate that, Hong Kong. Just, you know, just a creamy pasta. Got some sad frozen salmon that I fried up. I'm gonna throw it in there. Yeah. You actually tried it, Cranky Frankie? But, you know, I might light my kitchen on fire tonight, you know? So, after this, the dessert's going to be a vanilla ice cream with kind of a rum fruit syrup. And I'll light the rum on fire if you hang around long enough, so. That'll be fun. Mm-hmm. I need a spoon. Yeah. And make sure to remember to season your pasta water here with salt. Oh my God, when they won't shut up, that's an issue. But, everybody hates a dude that talks too much too. So, I think we can be gender equality on that one. Yeah, I've been known to dabble. That's all right. Yeah, not every night. I might take November off from drinking, do a little reset, but I find a little bit helps with the creativity. Yeah, you got a little bit over the top, and and Mr. Troll got blocked last time. A little bit over the top. You'll learn the limits. Okay, so your pasta's gonna double up when you cook it, Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like that, though? So, and I screwed up. I thought these were regular bow ties or regular farfalle or butterflies. Now, do not drink, or I do not smoke weed. I have never actually tried it. Yeah, better to have a little extra than not enough. Throw them in there. Stir around. Just follow the directions on the package. You don't need to be a superhero. I promise you the people at Barilla know what they're talking about. Yeah, I agree. The 24 ouncer is better than the 12 ouncer. Ohana. Woohoo. Mahalo. Oh man, we got some fluency in today. Yeah, just don't drink and drive in my street, Or don't drive drunk, We'll leave it at that. I mean, that's a career ender for me, so I tend to avoid it. So go ahead, give your cream sauce a taste, see if there are any adjustments you need. It's a couple cracks of pepper. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna add some. Yeah, they do. Add some parsley to make it pretend like it's green and fresh, but let's mix that around. Now we got plenty of floaties. Now I'm going to put the salmon back in. And you could obviously break it up before you put it back in, but I mean, it's cooked so it's flaky, so pretty easy. Just lightly break it up. flake it apart. And then stir it in. And depending on what you like your salmon to pasta ratio, yeah, negative does take a lot of energy. But on the positive side, we got Anthony and Crank doing some wanking. Good for them. I like mini farfalle for like soup and stuff like that. But for something like this, I like something a little bit bigger that holds a little bit more sauce on the noodle. So like regular farfalle, maybe something with ridges. I don't know. I appreciate that, Food Master. But this is what we got going on, though. You know, probably doesn't look as good on the camera, but you know, you can get a little scoop up there, and so it's creamy. The salmon, it's gonna be good. A little bit of lemon in there, a little bit of garlic in there, season. Yeah, you know, honestly, the hardest part about pasta is keeping it simple, is you got this temptation to add a bunch of shit to it when it really doesn't need it. I mean, you can have a really good pasta with like 4 ingredients, you know? If you add a bunch of bullshit, you're more likely to ruin it than actually help it out. Synergy doesn't always exist. Unfortunately, it's just cheap frozen salmon, so it didn't come with the skin on it. But if it did come with the skin on it, I would fry it still. Yeah, pull the skin off, eat it, because I think the skin's delicious. I don't know why people waste that. And then break up the salmon, and because I want the salmon to spread out, you know, have a little bit of salmon every bite, you know? To each their own, you know, we all have personal preferences on those type of things. What's going on, Opera? Cheers. When you're making a pasta and you're making a cream sauce, every once in a while you need to thin it out. So find something that you can at least save a little bit of that starchy pasta sauce. Yeah, shit. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, save a quarter cup at least of that pasta sauce, unless you, just in case you need to thin your sauce out later. But just salmon pasta here. I mean, anybody that doesn't get salmon with the skin on, they're missing out. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but look at the ratio of salmon to sauce. I mean, that sauce is pretty rich. It's got cream in it. It's got Parmesan on it. Hopefully that teacher didn't molest you, Food Master. But yeah, that sauce has got plenty of flavor. Throwing the salmon on top. Throwing the pasta. I mean, this ain't a low-calorie meal, unfortunately. So that's probably 200 calories, 4 ounces of salmon. Nah, probably 3 ounces of salmon. So 150 calories. There's cream. There's Parmesan. Yeah, so this should fill me up, and plus I'm making a dessert after this, so. Ugh. This very gentle heat, you know. Well, there's no substitute for experience. You all were really mean to Eddie Spaghetti. That wasn't right. You know, he didn't do anything wrong. Concur. I gotta ask, Food Master, or Anthony, what subject? I'm guessing it was probably either choir or band. I'm gonna eat the food. You know, I'll never deprive you of that because there's a lot of freaks out there. Well, pasta's done cooking. Got my reserve pasta water if I need it. I'm gonna go drain my pasta water. Kill the boiler so I don't burn down the house. Yeah. The pasta's gonna go in just like that. Maybe a little bit too much pasta for the amount of sauce, but it'll be okay. Let's see how it turns out. Won't be very colorful. So if I want a good picture, I'll have to add some bullshit, but you know. Yeah, too much pasta to the sauce, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. I always add more cream, more cheese, make more sauce, but you don't need to do that. Yeah, screw it. Who are we kidding here? Alright, kill this burner for now. Yeah. Here we go. So that's our pasta. Depending on how many uppity people you have, and if you're trying to make a good picture, just enjoy it. Just get a little bit of a crack of black pepper over the top. I think it's got plenty of Parmesan already baked into the sauce, so I'm not going to worry about it. It could be really uppity and add some, you know, grated lemon peel, but you're more like, you know, I don't think you need to do that. But oh, can you see the steam coming off of that? Yeah, that gets me going. Yeah, it is delicious. No. Good to hear. You know, you need to exercise those muscles or you lose them. Wow. But yeah, most of the meals I make, most of the dishes I make, it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 on scale. I'm shooting for like a 6 or 7, you know. Easy, good food on a weeknight. That's not that as easily duplicated, you know. I don't feel like I did anything difficult tonight, but this is better than a lot of, you know, pastas I've got in a restaurant. No. I burned my mouth so many times that I got calluses. Now you're gonna have to pay me for that, Anthony. And I'm kind of afraid that you're one of my former bosses. I would agree with that, Food Master. The pasta to salmon slash sauce ratio is a little bit off, or at least salmon. I could have used with 50% more salmon. You're right. Mm. That is bloody hot, though. Okay, yeah, 100% double up on the salmon. Yep. That would turn it into a salmon-dominated dish versus, pasta dominated with the cream sauce dominating. So, would be good. It would change the dish, Food Master. Oh yeah. I mean, I do love me some good salmon, but that's just frozen salmon out of a bag. It's not the greatest. I mean, it's perfect for recipes like this. I think I got plenty here. Maybe I gotta try that keto bullshit. It's pasta, damn it. Little miniature bow ties. Grilled salmon's good. I always get pissed when it sticks to the grates, though. Honestly, one of my favorite ways to do salmon is just get salmon steaks. Ooh, yeah, in foil, that's good. You're talking about just throwing in coals on a fire, that's good. But yeah, just do it on a fry pan. Either teriyaki or just butter and Italian seasonings. There's some old videos of that type of. I think exactly that on my channel. I did it like 4 years ago, where I was literally recording just so I remembered what I did the next time. But I mean, I didn't put it up in the channel unless the food turned out good. I haven't really made any videos lately, just been doing this because it takes so much less effort, and I get to experiment a little bit before making the video. I would consider it. Now I'm gonna make dessert after I eat this, but it's gonna be just a vanilla sundae with a fruit syrup. I'm glad to have you with us, Lance. Alright, I'm gonna make it, but first I gotta, finish my dinner here. You don't want to ruin dinner by eating your dessert. Oh, next video. I made some chocolate caramel covered cashews the other day. I did the short of it, but I'll make the long version of it and make a video. Try to make it into like a 1.5 minute video or so. Because there's definitely two different categories. I think you people want to be entertained. But the people that are looking how to make something or Googling it, they want to get the information as quickly as possible. So somewhere in the 2 to 3 minute range is probably the sweet spot for an educational cooking video, if you ask me. You people don't want to watch, 15 minutes video when there's only 3 minutes worth of action. I don't have anything planned tomorrow night, so I'll probably cook tomorrow night as well. So, I don't know, 22 hours from now. Yeah, I am starting to think you're my former boss, Anthony. This will scare me. Andy. I go by Andy or Andrew or whatever. But yeah, my former boss didn't know that either, so you could be Uncle Tony for all I know. Oh, come on. It's possible. That would explain why he went after Uncle Eddie Spaghetti so aggressively. Okay, good to know. The thing about, Lance, what I like about live cooking is you see what happens, like if you see somebody screwed up, you learn from it, you can't hide the mistakes and act like you're perfect. I mean, you can probably tell if something's going to turn out shitty when you watch it from beginning to end. Yeah, good thing they got gate guards, Yeah, you're right, Food Master. That's probably why he wanted me to down that beer earlier, so I'd be more pliant to his demands. Dude, I don't know why that's the most famous Andy, but yeah. Now, I gotta ask the crowd here. Reach for the sky. You're just falling with style. Now, do you think Andy's toys ever played with Andy's mom's toys? Or, they did interact a little bit with the younger sisters, so I think all the toys in the house probably played together, yeah? Well, yeah, you must be old if you're pulling out Andy Griffith. I would say, there's a lot more famous Drews, but anybody that goes by Drew is generally an asshole. Or an idiot. Yeah, but only old people would watch it. All right. Allegedly. Give this to the dogs to clean up, and it's time to start working up on dessert. Mm-hmm. Winners! All right. Well, now you're just telling me you've read the Tower. Oh, Seinfeld's good. Big fan of Seinfeld. Gotta have the buffer seat. Good dogs. Good dogs. See? All clean. So, There's nothing wrong with dogs. Well, you know, all the cool kids were born, you know, like 6 years earlier than that. Yeah. Alright. So let's scoop some ice cream. Nothing's wrong with the dogs. They're just tired from barking at trick-or-treaters for the last 2 hours. They're very good dishwashers, though. Alright, so I got some frozen berries. So I'm going to thaw a couple of these out and cut them up real quick. So, actually I'm not, I'm just going to let them be as is. Fried. I'm going to go find a lighter here, so stand by. Okay. Oh man, they just get better with time, you know? Yeah, something, you know, those kids are gonna learn today, aren't they? So I need butter. I'm gonna keep this cold in the freezer here. Need some butter. Where is my butter? Butter, 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 butter. So let's get that preheating. Some brown sugar, some berries. Oh, shoot, might as well use lemon since I got it here. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, one of my favorite Seinfeld episodes, there's a lot to choose from, but I think when Jerry's dating the Native American and he's trying not to say Indian giver or things like that, that was pretty funny. Or like Too Many Chiefs. And, yeah, that was a good episode. Rinse that down. Alright, sorry, I'm washing the pan. Yeah. On your actual nice dishes, I try to wash as I go. And I'm gonna use it. Alright. Bet. These are the type of things that you're gonna have to pay me for the future, you know. But you know, my threshold isn't that high. I just want to make sure that I have a nice clean pan. All right, you know, you better pour one to do it with me, yeah? It's still got work tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, where's my measuring cup? Alright, Chase is ready to go. Yeah, Foodmaster might be scared to take a shot. I don't know if all his great, 27 years, remember Grandma talk about the Andy Griffin Show, if he ever learned how to take a shot. What are we toasting to? I'll do one. No, not toasting to Diddy. Gotta do better than that. Closest you'll get me to toasting to Diddy is to the boys. Near and far. Oh man, that didn't work out. That seemed like a very Diddy-like toast. Yeah, R. Kelly's not gonna do it either. You know. I love Francine, yeah, she was pretty hot. Francine from American Dad. Alright, there we go. So with that being said, that still needs some time to preheat. It's not that hot. Nice. So what we're doing, we're going to melt some butter. We're going to put about an equal amount of sugar in there. And then we're going to soften up some of these frozen strawberries and let them cook down a little bit so the strawberry gets into it. Put a little bit of lemon juice, not a whole ton. I might do lemon juice after the fact on top of the ice cream. Put the rum in and then, flambe it or light it on fire. Now, if you're lighting shit on fire in your kitchen, one, you could turn the exhaust fan on, but I don't know when the last time somebody cleaned the grease out of it. I know I haven't. But be prepared to put the fire out. I got a lid. It gets out of control. Don't panic. Just top it off. I'll take care of it. All right? And I know for a fact I've taken steps to prevent the fire alarm from annoying me too badly. All right. I don't have, that was embarrassing, but I Googled it, and it turns out that, the absolute worst thing you can do when you're melting chocolate is add anything with moisture. Apparently, the cocoa or something, either way, put moisture or melted chocolate together, it's gonna get like a sludgy. Bad move. I'll start with about 2 tablespoons of butter. Will mean I need 2 tablespoons of sugar, yeah? Really, a small non-stick pan would be great for this as well, because this is going to make more syrup than I want nor need. And my ass isn't waking up to make pancakes. So we'll melt that down. it's kind of Halloween. I feel like a pirate after that shot of rum. Arr! I'm going to use brown sugar. I think that's about equal to the amount of butter I put in there. And you gotta remember there's going to be a little butter involved. What was I saying? A little bit of sugar involved in the berries. Oh, welcome Diane, what's going on? I enjoy smashing pumpkins as well. I agree. There's a couple things I'll use non-stick for, but I'm getting away from them. Sometimes eggs or anything that I think will be really sticky. Happy Halloween, Vakro. But with proper preheating, you can do anything with stainless steel that you can do with non-stick. Also use cast iron, but I broke my little cast iron pan pounding fence post the other day because I couldn't find my hammer. Choices were made. Don't exactly regret it, but I would do things differently because not only do I have to buy, a hammer for $10-15, now I'm going to have to buy a $20 small cast iron again. So screwed up on that one. All right, sugar and butter combined. Let's go ahead. Add those little berries in. If I was thinking, I would have thawed them out ahead of time and then made them a little bit smaller. Well, that's alright. They'll get there. I'm going to need to take like a half-minute intermission here. Alright, thank you, Anthony. Have a nice night. Made just a creamy salmon pasta with, the little bow tie pasta or whatever. Fried up some frozen salmon, then flaked it out, added to a cream sauce made up of, heavy cream, Parmesan, olive oil, I don't know, diced onion, parsley, pepper, salt. I thought it was going to be good to go, but pounding in, I was building a fence for my dogs, and they're little, so I thought it would be fine to pound in some light fence posts, but turns out I was wrong. It popped a hole right through the middle, so I'll have questions for lodges, but I'll be right back while those strawberries thaw out. But yeah, you could obviously do this a little bit faster if you had thawed out your berries ahead of time, but I want to melt down a little bit and give some good strawberry flavor to that syrup. I don't know if I'm going to add lemon yet or not. And then we're going to add this syrup to vanilla ice cream. Ooh, that sounds good. Now, being from Palermo, P. Vacro, what do you think of chicken parmesan? I would agree with that, Lance. And I'm sure that frozen salmon that I ate tonight was farmed. but it was good protein, relatively healthy, and honestly, you're leaning on the Parmesan and the cream in the dish I made tonight. So, not ideal, but we'll get the job done. Oh yeah, it's getting mushy. We just gotta get the ice off of. All right, I like chicken parma as well. And thanks, Diane. It was really good. But salmon, that's one of those things that's really easy just to keep in your freezer. Just a bag of frozen salmon. It's not great, but you can make a pretty decent meal out of it pretty easily. I wouldn't eat it by itself. Uh, and there's high quality frozen salmon, but I'm talking about the cheap stuff that you get at the grocery store. Uh, I'll use it as my breakfast protein sometimes, and sometimes I'll throw it in a pasta like I did tonight or whatever. And I did the same thing with shrimp. Ooh. Now, what's the difference between a syrup and a compote, Diane? Educate me. Because I don't know. Maybe this is a strawberry compote and I don't even know. Yeah, I agree with that, Doc. I love getting the plain stuff and adding my own stuff to it. But if you go to the store and buy, strawberry Greek yogurt, there's already so much bullshit added to it. I mean, if you use fresh fruit on this, you could breeze through this in like 2 minutes, but I do want this to kind of break down so I can just kind of mash it up a little bit. There we go. We're getting close. Get that ice out there. Yeah. Well, that's what we want. So we get the strawberries in small enough pieces. And there's definitely more syrup than I'm going to need for my ice cream sandwich sundae. Speech impediment. So let's just get a little bit of this. Just a lemon drop to it. Let's see how it changes the flavor, That'll be good. I'll add that at the end, I think. Okay, so no butter. Sardines can be good. I do like fishy flavor. But if you're eating sardines, you're definitely eating fish. Ooh, I've never tried putting peanut butter in Greek yogurt. Well, I'm calling this a syrup, Technicalities be damned. Okay. I got it rendered out how I want it. You can see it's kind of reddish. Let's get the heat going on it. I'll get it bubbling. Just to recap, I got my oh shit cover right here. I got my rum right here. I'll let that get back hot. Yeah, cooking and eating. That's what I do, playful pal. Comments like that, people are going to start to think you're a chubby chaser, playful pal. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Ooh. I don't think I've ever had halibut. Salmon's very good, but salmon definitely tastes like salmon. I don't know if you've all ever had walleye. That's really, really good. And then grouper and red snapper. And yeah, I slow rolled this a lot because the strawberries were frozen. But we're getting to the exciting part, I swear. Yeah. Once it starts to bubble away, I'll add the rum, and we will let that be exciting. No, no, everybody's leaving. Oh no. Oh well. Diane knows something. Okay, being from Arizona, I think, maybe Arizona or Utah, I didn't know you had walleye out that way. Alright. Give it a good old shot of that. Oh yeah. Now if you add some Jameson, now we're talking. A true Irish coffee. Yeah. Alcohol's cooking off. You can't really see, can you? But let me fix that. Yeah, see? Oh, yeah. I guess there's still a little bit of that alcohol left to burn off on that. This is going to be hot, so make sure you blow on it before you put it in your mouth. Oh, yeah, walleye's good. You from the Midwest, Lance? Now moved to living out in California or something? Still a lot of rum in that, so I'm going to let it evaporate a little bit more. And I'm going to hit it with some lemon juice. A quick stir. Phenomenal. The lights back on here. Now watch me make a mess all over my kitchen here. That's gonna melt that vanilla ice cream down pretty quickly. But that's really simple as a crowd pleaser. Alright, well, you know, time zones, I had to guess. But you definitely don't have walleye in Texas, so. Okay. Don't do much fishing in Lake Michigan, a little bit in Lake Huron, a little bit growing up, but mostly just in inland lakes. But yeah, walleyes are good. But I guess that's right, you are from the west side of the state, aren't you? Oh, hell yeah. And truth be told, you know, the same way makes a really good pancake syrup. You can do the same thing with blueberries or really any fruit, you know. I just think strawberries and the rum go together best. And I put a little bit too much syrup on there because, as you can see, it's melting my vanilla a little bit faster than I would like. But, you know, life goes on. Hmm. Thanks, back row. Rainbow trout's good too. Trout in general is good. I think it's kind of plain. What on one hand you can do a lot with it. On the other hand, it's just kind of tastes like a fish. But you can do a lot with trout, but you definitely have to season it right. Okay, Lake Erie will do it. Oh man, I'd love to give it to you, Diane. Really would. Now you burned off all the alcohol, but it does still have that little bit of rum flavor with the strawberries, and it just tastes good. But yeah, I would argue that walleye is the best freshwater fish for eating. Some people argue about yellow perch and crappie and bluegill, but just the work to reward walleye, easy to clean, delicious. A good walleye is going to feed 2 people in the morning. Yeah. I don't know. I just want to give you a bite of the ice cream, Diane. You know, take it as you will. But yeah, so especially whenever you're melting anything with a lot of sugar, you know, that's something you want to do the dishes right away. Just let it cool down enough so you don't have to worry about the pan warping. And then, yeah, clean this up. Otherwise, it's going to be a sticky mess. Salmon's good. And white wine, garlic, rosemary. That'd be good. Now, are you pairing it with the white wine, or are you like poaching it in the white wine? Oh, you're talking about the cheekbone? The freshwater scallop? Hmm. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, Diane. What's going on, Ninad? Hmm. No, I'll dump this butter sugar here. We're good. Yep. But I love it when I can talk on here and people know what walleye are. You know, that makes me happy. Ooh, that that does sound good. So I'm curious how you make the butter. Uh, you just kind of soften it and then mix the dill and garlic. I'm guessing grated garlic in with it. Yeah, steaming it works too, you know. Hey, what's going on, Carrie? You know, a little bit late. We're just wrapping up for the night, you know. Fudge is good. But, you know, I'll chill for a while. You don't think the strawberries and rum would clash with the fudge, Lance? It was good. It was good. Salmon pasta or whatever. Strawberry banana. A lot of people like that combination, and I think most people would. But honestly, I really only like eating bananas by themselves. But there definitely are some etiquette rules about eating bananas, and you know, no eye contact and take small bites are near the top of the list. Happy Halloween, Nolan. You too, Carrie. I mean, ultimately, when you're cooking for yourself, all that matters is that you like it. So, I mean, I think this is going to be controversial. When I'm at Chick-fil-A, I ask them to do half and half between a strawberry shake and a cookies and cream shake. Oh, chicken Alfredo is good. I mean, that's kind of similar to what we did here tonight, except I did it with salmon. But the sauce was creamy, had Parmesan on it. What? Not really sure what's an Alfredo. I think it's just garlic, butter, parm, and cream, isn't it? Maybe I'm missing something, but asparagus is good. Yeah, I mean, they love a lot of things in Thailand, and that doesn't mean I love it, though. Well, I try to keep it simple, but thank you. Every once in a while I do screw up. I'm not perfect. But I appreciate the support, though. I really do. Mm. Now, if you got something on fire, if you drop little bits of cinnamon in, it sparkles like fireworks. Ask me now how I know. How do you do a stuffed pork chop, Carrie? I mean, thanks, Lance. I might do stuffed peppers tomorrow because they had a sale on peppers, and I ended up buying a bag, you know, like 6 green peppers for like $4. Well, it's a good deal here, so now I gotta figure out what to do with them. I've only used one of them so far. Probably got another few days before I gotta use those up though. Stuffed pork chop sounds good in theory though. You like cut a slit in it, or do you like roll it up before you cook it? Hmm, that's. Uh, Is lox kind of like that funky cheese thing? I'm not a huge fan of it if it is. But bagels and cream cheese is good, especially if you get like kind of like the strawberry flavored cream cheese. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store no matter what uh, to make stuffed peppers. I got cream cheese, so probably could use that as some sort of filling. Without going to the store, my choices for the protein are between spam and shrimp or leftover barbecued pulled pork. Well, I'm not going to use the pulled pork because that would clash. Uh, but I mean, dicing this up, that could actually be okay. And I got onion, I got seasoning. I don't have anything. I don't have all the. I got tequila, but I don't got anything else to make a margarita with. Okay, gotcha. Could sous vide that, I think. That'd be good. Okay, so you need like a 2-inch thick pork chop. You kind of halfway butterfly it or so. Uh, rice. I mean, I got rice, so I got that. Oh yeah, the little teriyaki, spam masubis or whatever. Those are good. I just saw it, on a lark, about a cookbook. Leftover pork, yeah, well, it's frozen right now, so I'd have to thaw it. Good for you on the moon. Good, what you do in your bedroom doesn't affect me. What did I do in my bedroom? But thanks for sharing. You know. Uh, yeah, I mean leftovers are good, like especially since it's so hard to make pulled pork in small portions. Ooh, that gravy over those stuffed pork chops does sound good. Oh, we got Kanye joining us. I'm sure that's the real one. But I'm having a beer after cooking dinner, Kanye, or Ye, or whatever you go by. That's nice on the moon. Beef's all right. I think most of it is probably frozen and flown in, or shipped in, so it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. That would be wild. Yeah, I mean it's getting late. Probably be in bed here in an hour or so. I still got to clean up. What you can kind of see the shit show over here, but yeah. No, not police, buddy. But for you, I just might throw the cuffs on you. Thanks, Carrie. I've got that cop face. I think I need a mustache before I really have that cop face. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good fish out here. Uh, it kind of makes me embarrassed that I got a bag of frozen swordfish on here, but prepare for anything, and it was on sale. So if you're noticing a theme. Good night, Carrie. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, yeah. Definitely a narc. You got it. Uh, I don't know. Honestly, I just started turning on the camera when I cooked dinner because I didn't like eating alone. So here I am. Concur. What would you all like to see? I heard stuffed pork chops from somebody, so I think that was Carrie. I'll have to investigate that one, but I'll require some trial and error. Uh, yeah, I try to cook at least something new every week, so I like experimenting. What's going on, Gigi? How you doing? Uh, I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. But oh shit! Let me just pull a buffalo out. Where do you get a buffalo at? Man. And Vacro, why would you want sloppy joes when you got pulled pork? Night, Diane. No, I do not play Bob, whatever that means. Or no, I do not play VOD. Yeah, sorry, you went kind of Cyrillic on me. I didn't catch it. But Black Ops 6, sorry, yeah. I misread that one. No, I don't. Only game I play online is NCAA 25 on the moon. Ooh, piggy, piggy, piggy. I guess that's me. Nice. But on that note, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Glad to see you stop by, Gigi, Vacro. No, I did not hunt boar out here, unfortunately. That would be fun, though. Oh my god, yeah. You do a pork shoulder, one, it turns out really, really good. Two, it's really, really easy. I mean, you can braise it in whatever you want, like when I do a pork shoulder, one way I do it that I really like is I'll salt it, I'll brown it, and then I'll just dump a bunch of vinegar and brown sugar in there with some garlic, onion, and then just let it slow cook on the stove for about 4 hours, and then it's amazing. But good night, Lance. Good night, GG. Nope. Only game I play is NCAA 25. Ciao, ciao.